Good morning. Oh God, my throat was dry there. Let me try that again. Good morning. You are watching Quack TV because why watch Quack TV? Where you can watch Quack TV with me, Calvin Vick. So if you are tuning in live, please jump into the comments and say good morning to me. Remember, you can share this far and wide from my Facebook page, Quack Talks, or you're catching this in my Facebook group, The Duck Pond, which is about there. I struggle with that every morning. I think I'd be used to it by now. And you can catch this on replay as well. Right now, I'm putting hashtag replay if you're watching on replay. Or if you're watching on YouTube, please let me know. Good morning, Mr. Paul Newton, the man who can steal your shit. Love it. Good morning, Mr. Dom Fenton, the Activity Connector. Ooh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do a couple of shout-outs. Dom's podcast has just launched. Dom, pop the name of it in the comments. And Paul Newton, make sure you go grab his book because it's awesome. And speaking of books, that is going to end up being today's topic when I bring my guest on very shortly, the power of self-publishing. So we'll be talking about that very, very soon. So today, how are we feeling? It was a fabulous day yesterday with International Women's Day. And I personally celebrated within my Facebook group and on LinkedIn about the powerful women within my life. And, it was really nice when I went to several events and several networking meetings in particular that a lot of other people also spoke about the powerful women in their life, and it was absolutely amazing, and I really, really loved it. And apparently I made my mum cry because I sent her a screenshot of the things that I posted. So apparently I can be nice. Who knew? So how is the rest of this week looking? We are 2 days in, 1 day down. Do you get everything you need to get done on Monday? Because you've only got today and 3 more days, because that's normally how long a week is, to get everything done. So make sure that you do. There we go, people. Paul Newton dropped his link in the comments. If you are watching this on YouTube, there's the link for you right there. And yes, Dom, last night was awesome. It really, really was. So without further ado, I will go through my normal daily spiel before bringing on today's guest, because today is a very, very fabulous topic, which has absolutely boomed thanks to COVID in particular. As we were just saying beforehand. So this morning, your days of the year. So every morning I go through the different days of the year. For example, yesterday was International Women's Day because I find it quite fun now. And it's something good for your socials if you're struggling that day. So today is Meatball Day, people. Well, I know what I'm having for tea. It is Meatball Day today. It is also Barbie Day. I'm a Barbie girl. Just had to do it. It's also I'll tell you what, this is good for the office people. Organise your home office day. There we go. It's Organise Your Home Office Day. I'm not going to tell Mr. Quackers because he will probably make me gut this thing, and I don't really want to do that. It is also Crab Meat Day. Crab Meat Day. That's a day, apparently. And it's also False Teeth Day. Okay. Should that be Celebratory of Gums Day? Don't know. But good morning, Kirsty Hall. Can you link me to your YouTube channel? I will. It should be in the description of this. So loads of links at the very bottom. If it's not there, I need to sort my act out. And yes, Dom, you do need to organise your desk. This is your intervention. Today is the day to do it. Crack on. So that are your days of the year. It is Meatball Day, Barbie Day, Crab Meat Day, False Teeth Day, and Organise Your Home Office Day. Oh, what a fabulous lot of days. And then as we know as well, every morning I go through the trending Twitter hashtags. Because once again, really good way of getting engagement that day is obviously to look at Google Trends and things like that to see what people are actually Googling and talking about that day. And your engagement will probably shoot right up because people are talking about it. So this is why I like doing the Twitter hashtags. So today people are, tell you what, shout out, not sponsored. The Circle, the Celebrity Circle starts tonight. Bag of chips from RuPaul's Drag Race is on it. Can't wait. Sorry, just got to shout that one out there. So today we have got trending hashtags is Tuesday Motivation, hashtag Tuesday Motivations with an S. Hashtag Tuesday Vibe is also hashtag Tuesday Feeling, and I think hashtag Tuesday Thoughts as well. So hashtag Tuesday Thoughts, hashtag Tuesday Feeling, hashtag Tuesday Motivations, hashtag Tuesday Vibe. God, my short tongue's bad this morning. So there we go. There are your trending hashtags as of today. If it wasn't for Sam Pierce, I don't think my book would have happened. Oh, this is what we need to hear first thing in the morning. Oh, and I've been waiting for the Circle. Yes, hence the capital letters, people. She's excited. So I will leave Paul's little comment up there. So I'm about to bring on today's guest. Let me just wet my whistle. Bear with me. Today's guest, who is a fabulous, fabulous lady. I've seen her present at networking meetings several times. And today's topic is the power of self-publishing. And you know what? For example, Paul right there. If it wasn't for Sam Pierce, I don't think it would have happened. So without further ado, Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Callum. Thank you for having me.
It's okay. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Amazing.
I know you've been stupidly busy, haven't you?
Yeah. Really, really busy. Loads of people have taken the opportunity of having, all the spare time on their hands to write books, and it's great.
So I'll tell you what, just before people guess, Sam, just in case people don't know who you are and what you do, who are you and what do you do?
So my name is Sam Pierce. I am the author of 2 books. I'm the founder of Swap Books. I'm a self-publishing consultant. So I help people to publish their own books, but to do it professionally, credibly, and most importantly, ethically.
Oh, I like that. So I'll tell you what, why is ethically one of them big values there?
Oh, right.
I told you I was going to prod you. I told you before you came on I'm going to prod you.
You might regret prodding this one because this is my soapbox topic. Okay. So the publishing industry is completely and totally unregulated, which means there are so many sharks in the tank. Mm-hmm. There are loads and loads of self-publishing services and companies online that profess people to help them publish their own books.
Yeah.
But when you really get into the nitty-gritty of contracts, and once you get roped in, you find out that what they're offering really isn't proper self-publishing. It's a nasty form of hybrid publishing where you're paying for the privilege, but they're still keeping control. They're still keeping rights. A lot of companies will retain royalties. They'll take a percentage of your book sales and not really give you anything else extra in return different than what you could do yourself or with the help of someone like me. So proper self-publishing should be you own the ISBN numbers, you're in control of all of the accounts that that book is distributed through, and all of the royalties go to you. Those 3 criteria is what self-publishing really, really is supposed to be. But unfortunately, there are loads and loads of services out there that prey on unsuspecting first-time authors who look at what's involved in publishing a book and just think, oh my God, there's just so much. I'm completely overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I need help. These companies come along. They have really, really nice, helpful salespeople that tell them, yes, we will hold your hand. We will do everything for you. But they don't really tell them or explain what it is that they're handing over. And, just something as simple as them owning the ISBN number. Okay, fine. You'll always keep creative copyright over the content of the book, of what you've written. That's never in question. But whoever owns the ISBN number controls what happens with that book in a retail environment. Wow. So they can set what the cover price is. They can dictate where that book is sold. And in some really, really bad cases, they can take the book off sale if they want to. And you, as the author, have absolutely no recourse. And publishing copyright lasts for 70 years after the author has died.
Oh.
Yeah.
And this is why you remove the soapbox.
Yeah. This is why I'm really, really passionate about what I do, because I see so many authors getting, sucked into nasty situations like this. And it's like, once they're in, they can't get out without the help of lawyers, and it getting, really expensive, really nasty in some cases. And it doesn't have to be that way.
You know what? You're so right. It's to an extent, in my personal opinion, similar with coaching, with what I do. There's a lot of coaches that you can go unregulated. You can go. The only time it bites you in the ass is if you're not insured and someone sues you because you gave them bad advice. Personal indemnity insurance, people, it's a really good thing to buy. But I see it a lot in what I do as well. And one of my 3 values of what I do is straight talking, results driven, and affordability. But one of the big things I believe in and what I stand by is I will turn a client down if I don't think I can help them enough. Maybe I can help them, but I can't help them enough. And I'm like, I don't think I'm the person for you. Whereas I know a lot of other people that, like you're saying, that go, no, I'll cuddle you. I'll look after you. But I'm only going to speak to you 1 hour a month and I'm going to charge you £300. And I'm like, But it's so. Tell you what, I'm going to probably completely digress. Why publishing? What got
Why
you?
publishing?
I know you're an author. What got you into publishing?
So my background is I actually fell into publishing completely and utterly by accident. It's one of those really interesting phoenix from the ashes stories. So my background is in corporate graphic design. So, branding, packaging, and all of that sort of stuff. I was working as a design and marketing manager for a car audio company. Okay, so my other passion, cars, design, really good fun.
Yeah.
Then I got made redundant. So the first economic crash hit in 2009. I got laid off. I started my own design agency. I was working, overseas with companies in areas that weren't hit by the economic crash to begin with. So places like Australia, Middle East, everything was going good. UK economy started to turn around, started getting UK clients. One of my UK clients was a book printer. And they started putting me in contact with authors who, were looking to drop thousands of pounds on printing a book, but they just had a really, really basic, Word manuscript, and they're like, "Can you help these people out?" So I did, and it was a really, really great fit. So my introduction to book design worked really well for me, suited my design style. I just enjoyed it. And this company kept giving me, just handing me ideal clients on a silver platter. Perfect. I made the classic mistake of putting all my eggs in one basket. I stopped doing, networking. I stopped looking for my own clients. I was just relying on this one source of new clients to come in. Yeah. And the inevitable happened. Company turned around, stabbed me in the back, took me to court. It got really, really, really nasty. And all of a sudden, my new influx of new clients just died overnight. And, my back was really, really up against the wall. Thankfully, simply because of the way I work, I had developed a close relationship with the authors who they had passed me previously. So that kind of kept the lights on until one of those clients rang me out of the blue one afternoon saying, those books that you've been designing for me, well, we have a self-publishing account. The guy who's managing the account for me is moving to Australia. Do you mind taking over running the account? And I to this day, I remember standing in my living room, taking this phone call thinking, what have I got to lose? Yeah. I'm literally, living day to day. What have I got to lose? So I turned around and said, okay, fine. I've never done it before. So, you're going to have to accept I'm going to make mistakes. And I'll never forget what he said to me. He said, don't worry about it. I'm only going to let you loose on my books before I let you loose on my clients' books.
Yeah.
And that was light bulb moments like, hang on a minute, clients' books? So you manage the publishing for other people as well who were looking to self-publish. And that was it. And it took me about 6 months to learn the system, learn how it works. So, self-publishing isn't complicated. It's not rocket science. It's just a very linear process. Yeah. And if you get the process mixed up or you skip a step, that's when things can go a little pear-shaped. But it's fairly easy to pick up.
Yeah.
And adding that skill on top of the 20 plus years of print design experience that I have was just the icing on the cake. It meant that I could offer a complete end-to-end service, completely rebranded my business, started from scratch. That was 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I've now published over 100 titles, 2 of my own. So, it's one of these proper Phoenix Cinderella stories. It's the best thing that ever happened to me.
I love it. And what you're completely saying is you adapted. You're kind of like, you had a mixture of like, not even fight or flight, but also, adapt to surviving. Like, I'm living day by day. I've got this opportunity. Yeah. What have I got to lose? Like, literally, what have I got to lose? And if you didn't take that, I take it now you wouldn't be self-published yourself. You wouldn't be
No.
self-published.
Nope.
You obviously wouldn't be self-publishing people like Paul Newton, who is a big name. Like, that's a big name, Paul blowing smoke up your ass. That's a big name to publish.
Let me clarify. I didn't publish Paul's book. I helped him through the process. So I was basically the kick up the bum that he needed for the past 2 years to get the book written, walk him through the process. Him and his co-author Jesse, they bought my Stress-Free Self-Publishing book, and they basically used that as their step-by-step reference.
Love it.
So they are, they're kind of, my perfect clients in a way, because then they wanted to know how to do it, but they wanted to learn how to do it themselves.
Yeah.
And, this is another thing that makes me different from some of those other businesses, where other business probably would have turned around to Paul and said, well, I'll help you, but you've got to come on to, my all-inclusive program, and then I'll help you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that there are so many authors out there that have amazing stories that they just really, really need to get their books out, but they can't necessarily afford to work with me one-to-one.
Yeah.
That was the reason why I wrote my first book. It was the reason why I hold absolutely nothing back in that book. That book takes you through the entire process step by step. I don't keep any secrets. I don't say, if you want to know more, come and, pay me thousands of pounds. No. And, Paul's a perfect example of that, I'm still fulfilling my mission of helping as many authors as I can to publish properly. And he's proof. And I love him a bit.
Oh, I love Paul. He's an absolute. He's such a. Tell you what, he'd shit himself if he was on the door of a nightclub, but he's lovely. Sam, so for us to finish, obviously, I do ask everyone when coming on, is there anything particular? We've got like roughly 5 minutes. Obviously, you said the power of self-publishing, and I know we've dived into that quite a lot with you talking about, your story, how you got into it. What does the power of self-publishing mean to you? What does the power of self-publishing mean to you? I did tell you I had a big stick, remember?
So the power of self-publishing, if done properly, can literally mean the world to a business. It can transform a business literally overnight. And I see this time and time again. Paul's a perfect example. I've got, dozens of authors that I've worked with that are a perfect example. Even I'm a perfect example. I tripled my business in 2 months after publishing Stress-Free. Wow. And that is not copy sales. This is a mistake a lot of authors make. They concentrate, how many books can I sell? Self-publishing for businesses is all about establishing you as that go-to expert in your industry, setting out your credibility to be able to talk about what it is that you talk about, and using your book as kind of a pre-sales tool. It's a soft introduction for 10, 15 quid. Somebody can learn what it is that they can get to know you, they can start to build a rapport with you, so that once they've read your book and say, yeah, okay, they really know, they really know their stuff, they know the problems that I'm having, they can help me, I want to work with them. It just then becomes a question of money, because you've already convinced them through the book. So it is literally one of the best sales tools that you can ever invest in as a business.
Love it.
That's the power of publishing.
That is it. Cert Box was brought back. That's the power of self-publishing.
Yeah.
Love it. So finish us off telling us about your Stress-Free Self-Publishing book. I can see it on the poster behind you. You've mentioned Paul used it. Tell us about your book on helping us self-publish.
Yeah. So that's the concept of it. Available pretty much on every major book retailer worldwide in print, ebook, and audiobook. And basically, this is a blueprint that I take my authors through. Everything is step by step. I even give you all of the screenshots and everything. So I literally walk you through every single thing that you have to do from the point that you finish writing a manuscript to having a good quality professional book on sale worldwide, completely and totally under your control.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that's basically what the book is.
Love it. Sam, thank you so much for coming on the show. Remember, everyone, you can
Thank you
catch
for
it
having
on
me, Callum.
YouTube forever, because I'll put it on there as well. But thank you so much for coming on, and everyone can find you everywhere, can't they? With Sam from Swap Books, they find you here, there, and bloody everywhere, can't they?
They can. Yep. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, email, website. Yeah.
Just everywhere. So and make sure you go and buy her book. Sam, I'm going to kick you backstage. Don't rush off straight away. I'll have a quick natter with you, and then I'll speak to you shortly. Speak to you soon. Bye. Oh, honestly, the power of self-publishing to me as well is I could reel off straight away six people that I know own and or have books, and either through Sam or possibly even someone else. But the point is I can reel them people off and they have their own book, meaning I know about it, I know it's there. Paul Newton, who jumped on, there's Jay Unwin, there's Matali, who's about to release her book, there's Brad Burton, for God's sake, he's got 4 books, and obviously Sam's got her book, and there's so many more people I can reel off. It's absolutely fabulous. So on that note, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in for Quack TV today. It has been a fabulous show. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, because I don't have a guest. However, I've got lots of exciting announcements that I want to share with everybody, for yourself, also for me, and in general, for the world. Is that a bold statement? For the world as well. There we go. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 9:30 to listen to some very big announcements, and also some very, very big guests and a big week coming up at the end of the month. As my nana says, if you can't be good, be careful. Don't get caught.